Welcome to 5-Minute Mediumship, and in this video I wanted to share an exercise that you can do with yourself or with a colleague to have a look at just how much awareness and sensitivity you do have within your own energy. So I wanted to share an exercise with you, and it's an exercise that you can do by yourself, or you can do this exercise with a colleague also, and I would actually suggest doing it both ways. And one of the things that we start to consider and look at as mediums is how spirit communicate with us, and how they blend with us. And one of the things we need to be aware of when we're working with mediumship and we're blending with that contact is to actually really be aware of just how much we are aware of. You know, as mediums, we can get used to the sort of information that we receive, and we can also get used to how we receive that information. And it's very easy just to actually miss everything that is going on as spirit are working with us, as they're blending with us, and as that contact is actually communicating. So this is a really, really simple exercise. And what's really important with this particular exercise is that you don't try and make anything make sense, and you don't try and make anything fit. If you think of energy as flow, as constantly moving, then actually what happens when we start to become aware of our own energy, we start to become aware of the impact of somebody else on our energy, and that's what happens when you work with a partner. Your energy is constantly moving, so there's always an impact. So if you start to bring your mind into what you're aware of, which we are going to do, but if you allow your mind to try and make sense of it, if you allow it to try and turn into a reading, what you'll actually do is you'll get stuck in the one piece of information and you won't be aware of everything else that's happening in your energy. So I really would like you to be fluid with this, and I would like you to just be aware of what you are aware of. The easiest thing for me to do is to demonstrate it for you. So if you're doing this by yourself, I want you to sit in a nice, quiet place where you're not going to be disturbed. And I really want you to relax. Allow yourself just to be sitting nice and upright, not tight, but so you're nice and comfortable. And I want you to close your eyes. And the only reason that I want you to close your eyes is because visually, when we have our eyes open, there's a huge amount of stimulation, and that takes us away from the other experiences that we might be having. So just allow yourself to close your eyes. And all I'd like you to do is actually talk to yourself about the experience that you're having. So as I'm sitting here with you, I'm aware that I'm smiling. And I know that I'm talking. And I can feel a pressure around my head. And my feet are tingling. And I can feel emotion lifting and making me want to smile. And I'm aware of emotion that's starting to feel a little bit heavy. And I'm aware of my body relaxing as I breathe. And suddenly my feet are cold. So, can you understand what I'm trying to show you? All I want you to do is to be aware of what you are aware of. As soon as it comes into your experience, as soon as you become aware of it, I just want you to give it. I don't want you to think about it. I don't want you to think about why. And I don't want you to try and make sense of it. I don't want you to go into the emotion, for instance. I just want you to be aware of it, so that you're allowing your mind and allowing your awareness to start to be aware of everything that is happening within your energy. Now, if you're working with a colleague, what you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing. You're going to close your eyes. As they sit down in front of you, again, I want you to be aware of what's happening within your energy. So it might be that as someone sits down in front of you, you're aware of wanting to smile. Or you might be aware of wanting to yawn. You might be aware of a heaviness or a tightness around the shoulders. Or you might be aware of feeling a little bit uncomfortable in your back. So again, whatever the sensation or the experience or the awareness is that you have, I just want you to give that as somebody sits in front of you. I don't want you to make it fit. I don't want you to try and make sense of it. So if you do feel an emotion for them or a tightness across the shoulders as they're sitting in front of you, and that would be a tightness across your shoulders, I don't want you to think about why that's tight. I just want you to allow yourself to have the experience. When you're working with yourself, you're allowing yourself to have the experience of being aware of all of your energy and all of your senses. And when you're having the experience of someone else sitting in front of you, what's actually happening is that you're being aware of the impact that they have in and on your energy. And that's all you need to do. We're not trying to get a flow of information going. We're just training our mind to be aware of what it's possible to be aware of. And on that note, we're going to end this video here. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching these videos since they launched in August, and whatever you're doing over this festive period, I hope it's what you need, and I look forward to seeing you all in 2020.